these. These are like my new favourite things in the whole entire world. Hey loves, welcome back. So today's video is going to be a super quick rundown basically of my most used, most loved makeup products from 2019. I'm going to join the club and say I cannot believe we're in 2020 already. It's insane. If you've watched any of my videos before, some of these, if not all of these things, will not be a surprise to you. These are my fail-safe, go-to, most reliable, most used, most loved products. Things that I reach for time and time and time again, that perform, that wear well, that last a really, really long time, and things that I just really enjoy using. Anyway, so we should just shut up and get on with it. There's no real kind of plan of what I'm going to show you, but these are the things I love the most in 2019. I'm going to start off with primer, and the one that I can never remember the name of. This is the Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer. I've gone through maybe 2 or 3 of these. This is a beautiful pore filling smoothing primer, and I really the face that has appeared inside is saying otherwise, but ignore that face. Slightly scary. I love it. It's really lightweight, but it does an amazing job of filling in any enlarged pores, smoothing out any kind of lumps and bumps and crevices on your face. It's wonderful. Foundation, the thing I've used the most and I have fallen in love with really, really hard, is the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Cream. I'm the shade Light. I absolutely love this. I have already repurchased it because, like I said, it's my favourite. So this is what my well-used one looks like. I'm going to show you what a new one looks like. Isn't makeup just truly wonderful when it's brand new? This is what it looks like. This is the well-used, loved one. It's an incredible, hydrating, moisturising, wonderful, wonderful full coverage foundation. It says it's a colour correcting full coverage cream with anti-aging hydrating serum, SPF 50 plus, broad spectrum. I believe it's got like hyaluronic acid in it. It's just really, really lovely. I love that it has a pump, so it keeps nice and hygienic. It's just wonderful. The shades are slightly limited. Light actually is a tiny, tiny bit too dark for me, but once I've got my concealer and everything else on, it's fine. And you know I'm totally going to cut this open and scrape every last morsel out because, you know, why not? Okay, let's talk about concealer. I have tried a lot of concealers in 2019, but the one that I've repurchased the most and the one I reach for the most is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. I use the shade Snow. I think it's a wonderful concealer. I even prefer it, and I've said this before, I prefer it better than the Tarte Shape Tape, which is like the cult classic. I love this. I'm 40, so I need a lot from concealer. I want it to cover up, I want it to brighten, I want it to lighten, I want it to kind of be hydrating. I don't want it to be dry and cakey. I don't want it to settle into fine lines. And for me, out of all of the concealers I've tried, this is hands down my absolute favourite. I have to also give a shout out to the Jeffree Star. What is this concealer called? I can't read that. There's no chance in hell. I haven't got my glasses up here. The Jeffree Star concealer. I do remember that I have the shade C5, the infamous stolen shade C5. I absolutely love the formula. It's a really wonderful concealer. Just the shade, unfortunately, that I went for, C5, is just a little bit too light for me. But I really, really like the formula. But if I had to choose, if you made me pick, definitely the Born This Way Too Faced concealer for sure. Let's talk about blush. This is one of the products I really, really love. I feel like it makes a big difference, and I've used a lot throughout the past year. The one that I have used the most, hands down, I only got this kind of the back end of last year, but I've used it so much, is the Guerlain Meteorites Blush Gel. I've got the shade Rose. It is a cream gel blush, but for me, I find it wears beautifully over cream products and powdered products. If I'm going to wear it over like a powdered base, I take a blush brush and I kind of stipple it on. I don't know if it's going to pick up on camera, but it's got this really beautiful built-in kind of subtle kind of highlighty glow to it. It's not shimmery or glittery, but there is some kind of iridescence to it that just looks and wears really, really beautifully on the skin. And I love it. So this is one, oh, it's been well used. You can see the state of it, don't judge. I love that, really, really love it. One of my most favourite makeup products in the whole entire world is highlight. I cannot get enough. When it comes to highlight, more is more. This particular highlighter I didn't purchase myself. It came in the Mitchell Jeffree Star Makeup Masterclass goodie bag. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it in the description for you. But I basically attended a Jeffree Star Makeup Masterclass in 2019 and we got this most incredible goodie bag. And this was one of the products in it. This is the Rodale Insta Glam Compact Deluxe Highlighting Powder in the shade 02. The packaging is totally bougie and over the top. It's like this stainless steel capsule with this like leather effect here. Nice mirror inside. It's not the most kind of blingy, in your face, ridiculously kind of intense highlight at all. I'm going to put quite a lot on my hand so that it shows on camera. But it's just so soft and such a beautiful tone. I've got it on today. I've got on all of these products actually. But it just looks so nice on the skin. It's this kind of champagne-y, creamy gold colour. It's just so pretty, so wearable. I don't know if it's the packaging that makes this highlighter so expensive. I've been using it, enjoying it and loving it since I got it in 2019 and I didn't know the price. I googled it the other day out of interest because I don't really know much about the brand, and I think it was over £50. I don't think I would spend 50 odd pounds on a highlighter off of my own back, but it came in the goodie bag and even without knowing the price, I fell in love with it. So it's totally over the top, totally ridiculous, but it is so beautiful, so I had to include it in this. Brow products, I worked my way through quite a few. My favourite has to be the Fenty Beauty Brow MVP pencil. I use the shade light brown. It's a really unique kind of little tiny toothbrush brush on the end. It's a really lovely pencil. It builds up beautifully, applies really well, lasts all day, doesn't smudge, doesn't flake, doesn't crumble. Love it. And I also love the Benefit Classic Gimme Brow. It's like a brow, what would you call this? I don't know. I'm lost for words. A brow thing. A brow thing with a thing that does a thing. Brilliant. But both of these together I've really been loving. Mascara, my favourite from 2019, hands down, is the Tom Ford Bad Ass Mascara. It's also the most expensive mascara I've ever bought, but it is my favourite. It's wonderful. The brush is really unique and different. It's a funny old shape. It's just such a beautiful mascara. It applies really nice. It doesn't flake. It doesn't crumble. It doesn't smudge. It builds up really beautifully, and I will absolutely be repurchasing it. I'm just hoping that it lasts a really long time so that I don't have to repurchase it anytime soon. I can hear my kids singing downstairs. I love myself a nude lip. Two of my nude lip favourites from Charlotte Tilbury. Again, these are quite a recent purchase. I only got these in November. Since I bought them, I've pretty much worn them every single day. It's the Lip Cheat in the shade Pillow Talk and then the lipstick in Pillow Talk. I'm wearing them both. This nude lipstick is wonderful. If you've not tried it and you're looking for a nude lipstick, you need to try this. I bought this on the same day as my lovely friends Gemma and Nicole. We all put it on and it looked completely different on all three of us. It truly is one of those nude lipsticks that just suits anyone. It looked completely different on all three of us. I absolutely love it. It goes with everything. It wears really well, lasts a really long time, doesn't dry out my lips. This is the Lip Cheat lip liner, so it's made to kind of reshape and overline. I do it a tiny little bit because overlining too much scares me, if I'm honest. But the shade is amazing. It's super creamy. It applies so well, lasts a really long time. The colours together are perfection, and definitely something I'll be using all of 2020, I am sure of it. I think picking my most favourite eyeshadow palette was probably the most difficult part of this whole entire video. I truly love eyeshadows. I can't stop buying them. Actually, I can't stop buying all kinds of makeup, I'm not going to lie. But eyeshadows in particular. I have to give a quick shout out to the Jeffree Star Blood Sugar. Definitely one of my favourites. But there's one little palette, well, it's not that little. There's one medium-sized palette that snuck in towards the end of the year and just won over my heart and my eyeballs. And it's the Tati Beauty Textured Neutrals, whatever it's called. Long name, textured, what is it? Textured, I've forgotten. This one, it's this Tati Beauty one. Oh, it's a really truly wonderful palette. The formulations are insane. They are so wearable and easy to use and versatile. I took this away with me when I went to New York. I have been wearing it the most out of all the eyeshadow palettes I have since I bought it. You can get really simple, quick daytime looks. You can wear just one eyeshadow on its own. You can do smoky eye. The glitters are insane. I really, really love this palette. If you haven't seen a couple of my tutorials, I'll link them in the description box below. I've done like a black smoky eye, and I've done a tutorial for ladies with hooded eyes. Hashtag eye flaps. Love it. It's a really beautiful palette. If you haven't got it and you're looking for an everyday palette that you can use for all different kinds of looks, then this is definitely a must-have. If you're in the UK, I'm quickly going to mention that there isn't any import tax, which I really, really appreciate. No nasty surprises from the Royal Mail. All the postage and everything includes any kind of import tax and handling, which I love. But this has definitely been a favourite. You can use some of the shades as highlight, as eyeliner. So many options, and I will continue to use this throughout the next year. And I'm actually really excited. I think she's going to be releasing another palette very soon, and I will definitely be buying that. Okay, I promise just a few more things. Setting spray, it's got to be the Urban Decay All Nighter. I normally get the standard one. This time I tried the Pollution Protection. If I'm honest, I don't really see a difference between the standard All Nighter and the Pollution Protection yet. But both of them are wonderful setting sprays, definitely a favourite. Now I'm going to quickly mention something that I've only had a week, and I know that sounds completely ridiculous to include something you've had for 7 days in a yearly favourites, but I have to mention them, and I will be mentioning them more, and I'm going to be using them all year. And it's my tiny little Scott Barnes makeup brush collection. These are expensive brushes. They are more high-end, but I can promise you they are worth every single penny. I asked for these for Christmas and my lovely husband got them for me. I picked 3 eyeshadow brushes, 61, 62 and 63. And then this beautiful makeup brush, face brush 65. This one fits in to your face contours like an absolute glove. They are so soft. They're all synthetic. They are just an absolute dream. I am blown away. Number 63 has got this incredibly unique, very, very different edge, kind of sculpted edge. And what I love about it is that you can use this so easily and so quickly to create a really lovely eyeshadow look. Place at the corner of your eye, angled up, and then you just basically fan it in. And it nestles, I don't know if you can see, it nestles right into the contour of your eye. The first time I used this, I was literally just blown away. It makes eyeshadow so easy. It blends everything out so beautifully. They are so soft, so well made, and definitely worth the investment. So I hope that kind of justifies the fact that I'm raving about something I've had for just a few days, but I am in love. I'm in love with these. These are like my new favourite things in the whole entire world. So there you go. These are the makeup products I've used and I have loved the hardest and the most through 2019. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And why don't you subscribe if you haven't already? If you're new here, I'd absolutely love it. I've got so much fun stuff planned for 2020, so I'd love for you to stick around. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have a really fabulous start to 2020. I'll speak to you really soon. Take care, guys.